everybody, Alonzo here with GulfCoastSmoke.com, and today we're smoking turkey breasts. So we've been wanting to do this video for a while, but we really couldn't get our hands on a turkey breast because for whatever reason, South Texas just does not have a turkey breast at any of the stores that I go to. But it's finally that time of year. We were able to get our hands on one, and I've got a nice turkey breast here today. We're going to use the Weber kettle with a Slow N Sear today, and I wanted to use a Weber kettle specifically because I feel like most people will have that in their backyard over a drum, over a Traeger, or over an expensive offset. This is something that a lot of people have, and I think they can relate to this recipe pretty well. Now, I am using the Slow N Sear, like I said, and that's just because I'm preferring to do that today. You do not have to do that. I've actually put out a video in the past where I smoked a pork butt with no attachments, nothing crazy. If you guys want to look back on that, I'll put it right up here in the description. I'll put it right up here in one of these little tabs or whatever they're called, and I'll link it in the description for you guys to go ahead and look at. Now, this is going to be very simple to set up this Slow N Sear. I'm going to fill the Slow N Sear up with briquettes, and on one corner, I'm going to leave enough room for me to put some hot coals. I'm also going to throw my wood chunks in there now. I personally prefer to be able to close the grate all the way. And the reason I like to do that is because I've noticed when I can close the grate all the way, that's the perfect amount of charcoal and that's the perfect amount of chunks, and that's just from trial and error. Obviously, if you guys have a Slow N Sear, you can do it however you want. The last thing we're going to do is we're going to put some hot water into the reservoir, and we're going to leave about an inch from the top. You don't want to fill it up all the way, but you do want to fill it up most of the way. This is not boiling water, it is just hot. And now what we're going to do is we're going to show you the turkey breast. We'll season it up. Today we're using our beef rub Southern Belle. I've told you guys before, this is delicious on everything. Salt, pepper, garlic, has a lot of other great seasonings in there. And I know that typically you guys see people do salt and pepper. We're not going to do that today. If you guys want to do salt and pepper, just follow along with everything we do and use salt and pepper in place of Southern Belle. If you want to try Southern Belle, link in the description below. Let's get right into this cook. It's going to be easy from here on out. We're just going to wait for this to get a nice color on it. We're going to wrap it in some foil, put a little bit of butter. We'll get it all finished up, slice it up, and of course, we're going to show you what we're going to eat for dinner. Okay, it's been an hour and a half. Let's check on this turkey breast. I've periodically looked at the temperature, so I know it's around where I'm going to want it to be. But we want to make sure the bark is set, make sure everything's looking good, and then we're going to wrap it in that butter I talked about earlier. Yeah, turkey breast is looking really good. The bark is set. Nothing's coming off on my finger. You can see that. So this is exactly where I want it. I don't want any more color here. It looks delicious. So let's take this out. We're just going to get this inside. Time to wrap this thing. Won't be too much longer before we have some delicious turkey breast to eat. And you can see this is simple as can be now. I have a few pads of Kerrygold butter. I like Kerrygold butter, so that's what we use today. I'm going to put this down. The top is going to be on the bottom now. I want that to be all in that butter. Then we're just going to double wrap. And we're going to put it back on the pit exactly like this. And we'll check it in about 30 minutes to see if it's done. And then from there, like I said, it's going to be time to eat. Hopefully this doesn't take too much longer. I'm getting hungry, and looking at it has me extremely excited to eat, so let's get after it. All right, so it's been about 3.5 hours on this turkey breast. Let's go ahead and take a look and see where it's at. So you guys saw in the beginning that I did use a leave-in thermometer, but when it comes to foil, I just prefer not to poke it, so I'll check it every 10 or 15 minutes, and it's right around that time where I think it might be close to done. I want to pull this at 160. It'll carry over a little bit and be to that safe temperature for poultry, but let's look at it together. Oh, you can see all that butter and those juices down there. 158. So we're right there, almost to 160. I'm not going to bring you guys back again. I'm obviously just going to check on this in about 5 minutes. I'll pull it at 160. We're going to take it inside, let it rest for about 30 minutes, and then we're going to slice into it. Okay, so I have the turkey breast in the foil still. Then in this pan, just in case any of the juices come out. If you look, you see all that nice butter at the bottom there. Let's just flip it over real quick. Oh, that's just a beautiful color. I love the way that looks. Golden brown, looks delicious. So now I'm going to move this off to the side. We'll get the turkey breast. We're going to put it right here. I'm going to wash my hands real quick, and I'll cut right back to this. All right, I'm back. Let's take a few slices of this turkey breast, see how everything turned out. It's cutting so easily. Let's try and get a close-up on this turkey real quick. You can see it's still extremely hot. My hands are shaking because it's so hot. There's a nice little smoke ring. Looks really juicy. I mean, that's the way turkey should look, in my opinion. That looks really, really good. Let's keep slicing. Oh, that's a little thicker than I wanted right there. No big deal, though. And that, to me, is the way smoked turkey breast should look. Finally, the best part of any cook, taking a bite. Oh, that's so tender. So tender, so juicy. I mean, it takes no effort at all to eat that. That is so delicious. That is so delicious. You know, excuse me, for the longest time I didn't like chicken breast and I didn't really like turkey breast because I thought it was dry. And if you cook it right, it is extremely juicy. There's nothing dry about this. If you guys like a recipe like this, leave a comment down below. Let us know. Hit the thumbs up. That helps us know what we're putting out. You guys are liking as well. And I think you guys should do this at your house. Like I said earlier, this is something you can do in your backyard for dinner. We're going to pack up some of this meat and we're going to use it for sandwiches throughout the week and some other dishes as well. And also, if you have a small family or it's just you, you can do this for Thanksgiving. This is going to be a great recipe coming up. As always, I really appreciate you guys tuning into this video. Thanks. And we'll see you on the next one. Actually, before I go, I do want to say one thing. Typically, I don't really talk about personal stuff, but I just want to say this. Today, I was kind of having a bad day, and I talked to my dad a little bit on the phone, and he kind of helped me get aligned with the way I need to be thinking. So if you guys are ever having a bad day, don't forget, just push towards your goals no matter what. And at the end of the day, just trust in that, and I promise you, you're going to get where you want to be at the end of the day. And sometimes it's hard for me to remember that. Sometimes I get frustrated. You know, I have my day job. My wife and I, we work really hard at this as well. And I don't tell her enough. Everything she does for me, it means a lot. I wouldn't be here today without her, all the things we've done. Regardless, like I said, if you guys are having a bad day, if there's something out there that's getting you down, bringing you down, don't let it. Putting energy into that is not allowing you to reach your goals. And I have big goals here. I'm pretty sure you guys have already learned that by now. But like I said, I was really happy that my dad talked to me and kind of put me on the right path and just made me realize there's going to be things in life all the time that are going to bring you down, but don't let it bring you down too much. Just try and brush it off, and don't forget, keep your mind on your goals, keep your mind on the important things, and I think everything's going to work out. Anyway, I won't really do that too much on the channel. I don't like to, but shoot, this is delicious. This makes me happy. Thanks for being here. We really appreciate you guys' support. See y'all in the next one.